I'm wondering, at what point did you realize Brandon Polk was super fast, that he could be a guy? I mean, did you notice it right away, or how long did it take?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first time he runs and he's one of the faster guys on the team, you know, you think the kid's got some wheels, and then you see it when he puts the pads on. I think is really when you get the true sense of that, because there's some guys that are really fast without pads on, and then when you put the pads on, they slow down. I think he's one of those guys that maintains that speed, and he's done a good job, and I think we've done a good job of giving him opportunities to be successful in terms of getting him in space and letting him use that to his advantage.
Christian, Army's allowing like 261 yards a game passing. You guys were able to stretch the field last week. What do you see anything on tape that may allow you to stretch the field again this week against Army?
I think that they're doing what they need to do to fix that. They get paid to do that on their coaching staff, so we're expecting them to come in with a great game plan. So I think we just need to focus on what we need to do to be successful, and making sure that we're executing our plays and our game plan at a high level. And then we'll just let the talent take over and see which guys can make plays, whether it be Army or us. I think it's going to be a great challenge for us, and we're excited about it. I think it's just something that we can build on throughout the year, and making sure that our execution and our focus on what we need to do and what we have control over.
Christian, as a guy who went to a military high school, what appreciation do you have for Military Appreciation Day and stuff like that?
Yeah, I have a huge appreciation for it. Going to Fort Union, obviously meeting some people there that have served various different things and different branches of the military. You gain a lot of respect for the things that they've done, the sacrifices they've made, and then, you know, my uncle actually played at West Point, 95. He played D tackle at West Point, and then he served for 12 years after that. So I have a ton of respect for that program specifically, and the things that is asked of those guys following their playing years there. So it's something that means a lot to me and my family. We have the utmost respect for everything and all the sacrifices that the military and their families have made.
Christian, were you ever recruited by any of the academies? Is that ever something in your future?
I talked to West Point for baseball my freshman year, but other than that, it was something that I really had never looked at. So it was just something that was kind of not on my radar.
Also, I was wondering what Blacknall has brought to the passing game. It seems that you have some deep chemistry with him. You know, he made the big catch against Ohio State last year, and how he played Saturday.
Mm-hmm. I think the more consistency he gets, and the more confident he gets, the more plays he's going to make. And just being able to feed him the football and give him those opportunities and let him go up and make plays, I think just helps him and helps our team. It helps that receiving room, takes some pressure off some other guys. So I think you know, getting him rolling, I think is just going to be able to spread the load out even more in that room and allow a lot of different guys to touch the football and make plays for us.
Rodgers tore it up last night in the rain at Lambeau. You guys have played in a lot of rain this year. It's probably going to rain a lot on Saturday as well. I know you said last week that you guys do wet ball work on Thursday, but what are some of the secrets and tricks, if you want to give any away, for throwing the ball when it's wet?
You know, I think it's just the mental approach, just making sure you go out and try and do the same thing as if it was a dry game. You really can't let it affect you. Once you start thinking about it, is usually when it starts going south. So, you know, just trying to approach it each day like it's the greatest day, and being able to go out and execute. And that's part of the job. That's part of my job.
Christian,
Right here.
right here. No one can ever seem to find me here. I asked Coach Franklin about this, but I'd like to hear from your perspective too. When Brandon Polk is on the field, obviously it's almost like a 50-50. You know, defenses seem to be sucked in as him as a decoy. What do you see from defenses when he's on the field, when you motion him across and like jet sweeps, so on and so forth?
Yeah, I think that's something that we obviously look at on film. In terms of what we want to do with that, and how big of a role that wants to be in our game plan. I mean, obviously it varies throughout the game. You know, they make adjustments to that, and however they do that, we usually try and make our adjustments accordingly. So I think you know, it's a different element. Obviously, it's something that, excuse me, I'm good. It's something that that obviously we like to take advantage of, it's a change up for our offense, and it allows us to. We've been getting a lot of explosive plays out of that, and it's been good for us.
Christian, you've had a lot of young guys kind of step up on offense this year, and on the team as a whole, John Reed, Polk, Saquon. Have you been impressed by how quickly these freshmen have come along? And is there a moment where you kind of thought this freshman and sophomore class was, pretty strong?
I think that they've done what they needed to do individually to make sure that they prepared themselves to be able to play, and then they've also done what they needed to do for our football team, and how they've sacrificed and how they've prepared and how they've caught on to things and picked things up to be able to be put in a situation to play, and they've all earned their jobs. Nothing's given to them, and it's awesome to see those guys take that initiative and that type of focus and mentality and how much they care about it. Obviously creates competition, and competition brings the best out in each and every one of us. So I think that's huge for our football team, and they've done a great job making plays for us, and they're going to continue to do so.
So what kind of baseball player were you then? I mean, you're pretty good, right, from what I recall?
Yeah, I was pretty good. I'm a football player now.
Yeah. Did you ever give that, because you played, I think, your senior year, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, I played varsity all 4 years.
Okay. And
yep.
There was football from there on out, though? You never had
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it, but, football is my first love. That's kind of the direction that I chose to go.
Fair enough.
Christian, right here. I noticed in the QM stats that Penn State's been outscored 24-3 in third quarters this season. Is there something that's been extra tricky about those? There have been some personnel loss maybe in the first half that has affected that throughout the course of these games?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that obviously we need to work on, and I don't think we can really put a finger on exactly what it is. I think it's just we need to come out and make sure that we're a little more focused coming out of halftime. Offensively, I thought we had a great opportunity to put some points on the board on the first drive last week, and we weren't able to do so, and we kind of hit a rut there, and I think our defense did a great job of pulling us out of that with Austin Johnson making that huge play, obviously. So, I think it's just something that we're going to continue to work on and we need to get better at. And, you're always trying to find things to get better at and kind of make it that you play that perfect, complete game, and that's always what every team's striving for. So I think that's one of the aspects that as a unit and as a team that we're going to continue to work on.
All right, thank you, Christian.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be joined by Garrett Sickels momentarily.
What's it like playing opposite a guy with the production, what's it like playing next to a guy like Carl Nassib, but also with the, production that he's put out in the past games? I mean, do defenses tend to focus a lot more on him, leaving you with more one-on-one matchups, or?
I think the big thing for us, our whole front four, if you're double teaming Austin, someone else is going to be free. They only have 5 offensive linemen in the back, so they have to worry about Zettel, AJ, and Carl. So, the way those guys have been playing, I've been getting some one-on-ones, been able to make plays, but vice versa, if I get double teamed, they'll get free and stuff like that. So I think it just depends on who's getting double teamed each play.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's the key to staying fresh against a triple option offense?
I think the big thing for us, the way we practice, we practice hard every play, so the games are easier. I mean, that's Franklin's philosophy. If we practice hard every play, the games will take care of themselves. Also, the triple option, we just have to be disciplined. Everyone has to take care of their job. Defensive line, linebackers, and the back end. We always have to do our job every play, and we should be fine.
Garrett, it seems like you have a really good step to the inside on an inside rush. Can you kind of describe have you always had that? I mean, do you have to develop that or?
I think the big thing for me is, I'm more of a quicker guy, so, I guess in film I've been good rushing the outside, so tackles, have to focus on that, and, sometimes if they set too high, I'm able to get underneath, I just practice it, I guess. I mean, Spencer's done a good job developing all our ends to be able to do different things.
What's it like taking coaching from a guy like Spencer? I mean, he just seems like we got a conference call with him Thursday, and I'm sure probably everybody's looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Spence is just, he brings intensity. He's the same guy you get in the videos. He's always loud. He's always going to have a great attitude. He's always going to liven practice up. Some of the guys, if we come out flat, he's going to get in our face, and practice just turns around. But he's definitely a fun coach to play for. Absolutely.
Over here. Hi. So what you described in the opening about double teaming other players and then other players get free, it seems like it's kind of a no-win situation for an opposing offense there. Does that get kind of fun to be out there on the field, realizing that someone's going to be free, and when you guys really hit that momentum, what's that feeling like?
I mean, with our front four, going into the season, we knew that, how good AJ was, we knew how good Carl was going to be, and we knew how good we were going to be up front and stuff. But I just think it's one of those things, you don't know who's going to get double teamed, so you can't think about being free. You just have to attack each play like you're going to get double teamed, or you just have to go hard every play, because you're not ready for it when you're not double teamed. You just have to go hard and make the best of every play.
Hey Garrett, you guys lead the nation in sacks, which obviously means you know what you're doing. But at the same time, 11 of those 18 sacks have come in the fourth quarter. Are you happy with how that pass rush has been, earlier in the game, maybe in times, at different points in the game, or is it just sort of how it's worked out?
I mean, I just think it's how the game goes too. With pass rushing, it really comes down to sizing up the guy across from you. You have to know you're really feeling him out and stuff like that. But also it speaks for how good our rotation is and how much depth we have. When we get 11 of 18 sacks in the fourth quarter, that just shows we're wearing down teams because we're so fresh. When you're able to get 11 out of 18 sacks in the year in the fourth quarter, just shows that we're in good shape.
Garrett, Coach Franklin just said that Ryan Buchholz is going to move inside for you guys long term. So we haven't seen Buchholz play this year, probably won't. So how's he been acclimating in practice, and what do you like about him?
Buchholz is a guy that we always joke around because our D line is kind of a loud bunch, and he's always kind of the quiet one. But he came in day one ready to work. He's always worked hard, and he's a big guy, and he takes coaching very well, and he works on everything after practice. He's got a great work ethic, and I think down the road he's going to be a great ball player.
Who's the loudest of that loud duo?
Antoine White's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, Antoine White's a character.
Can you tell us about some of the young offensive linemen you face in practice every day on the foreign team, what they kind of bring to the table? Because obviously we don't get much of a chance to see that.
I mean, I think the first thing to say is talk about Sterling. Sterling's just a huge body, and with the hair, he's like 7 feet tall or something like that. But he's just a big kid, and he gets in your way. I don't really do much with like Ryan Bates because he's more of the inside guys, but Sterling's been playing well, and Chaz Wright, he's another big guy, and he's definitely going to get in people's way. I go against those guys. That's about it.
Garrett, if there was one player that you could pick out from the Penn State offense that you would not want to go up against as an opponent, who would that player be?
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Probably like offensive line or anyone.
Just anyone, yeah.
I say Quan.
Why?
He's just a strong dude. Makes people miss. That's about it. I would say Donovan Smith, but he's not here anymore.
Anything else for Garrett? All right, thank you, Garrett.